Welcome back, guys. We're back and we're here to stay. If you're still feeling blues from how 2025 ended, or you're looking for a way to change, this video is for you. This is the first episode of the new year, knowing when to let go. Throughout this video, we'll be dissecting the 3 different stages of letting go, which are the audit, debranding, and repositioning. Maybe as the video goes on, you'll realize that you are in a certain stage of letting go and you didn't realize. And after dissecting each stage, you'll understand that letting go isn't as hard as it seems. So stage 1, the audit. I also call this reflection. It's where I've done my introspection. I'm like digging deep. So the first thing you should ask yourself is, in 2025, what felt off-brand? What felt like an unhealthy energy exchange? What felt like it was sucking your energy? Whether that was your habits, your relationships, any projects you was working on. If you haven't watched my previous videos, 2024 was my crisis, complete identity crisis, and most of 2025 was kind of the same. Most of 2025 was identity crisis, fear of rebranding, and fear of failure. So like Q3, when everything was just like, it was like all kind of thing. I was in a risk it all mindset, which I did. I put like everything. It sounds dramatic, but in the time that I've not been posting, I have been really making sure that I've been developing as a person. I've been working on myself. Imagine coming back in the new year, still the same person that is just like dealing with imposter syndrome and stuff like that. And while I'm saying that, it's not some straight and narrow and there's a time limit on how you should be in a space, but I wanted to know that if I wasn't able to be consistent because of some stuff that I had going on, at least I know that I'm consistently bettering myself as a person. Q4 really stepped into myself. Like after the way Q3 ended, because I kind of in such an uncomfortable state, it made room for me. It made room for a new chapter. Letting go of what was, not overthinking about what is, and being hopeful about what will be. Genuinely my year. that brain chemistry shift really did a number on me. And 1 quarter is only 3 months out of the 12, so that should even be a testament to show you how being concentrated for a certain amount of time can really make a whole year for you. Based off my own reflection, you can apply it to yourself and see what in 2025 was your highs and what was your lows, and then on you can make a guided decision of how you can get rid of that dead weight. Even though letting go was hard, it actually resulted in being in a better position, even though I didn't know it or feel it in that present time. The second stage is debranding, also known as just letting go. And this was about abandoning strategies that no longer serve you. This is about letting go of the pressure of trying to be everywhere at once, which is one of my biggest issues. I myself with tasks. And number one thing that I learned last year is don't overplan. Don't let go. Just do it. Just feel it. Just jump in it. You don't plan to let go, because if you plan to let go, not really letting go. I realized for me that in order for me to truly the process of letting go, I had to let go or declutter or debrand all areas of my life. So an example would be I spent December decluttering my wardrobe. I've had a bunch of stuff over the years, or I've had things that I've only worn once, or I've had things that but I'm telling myself, no, I'm going to fit in it again. Or I've had things that I've never worn, but I'm telling myself they're there, that I'm going to wear them for a reason. It's been just catching dust for a year or two. And I didn't have space in my wardrobe. And I feel like that is a real life metaphor for also what was going on in my personal life, in the sense of because I was holding on to all the things that were keeping me comfortable, I wasn't ready to throw it all out and give room to the things that I actually needed. So I feel when all of that was aligning, and then it was just all clicking, and that's how the shift in brain chemistry happened. That when I was auditing not just like, more mentally, but I was decluttering every single aspect of my life. I also realized that the act of holding onto these things was like a direct correlation to how I wouldn't follow through with things that I'd tell myself, or a sense of security. It provided a sense of security that I was yearning for. So essentially the whole comfortability thing. That harsh realization, like you have those thoughts in back of your mind, but when you actually come to the cold, sudden, harsh realization that you're not who you was and you never will be that person again. Now the third stage, repositioning or closure. And I don't like goodbyes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a fan of goodbyes. Closure really aligns with reflective goal setting. You should take this and evaluate the past lessons and things you've learned to set more purposeful goals, like SMART goals for 2026. And real closure occurs when you admit the mess. In my case, my mess was burnout. From seeking validation, burnout from like chasing a reality that I didn't envision for myself to make anyone other than myself happy. Think about why you're letting your mess go. Close that door, pack up the suitcase, ship it, one-way ticket, anything. Just let the mess go. And when you truly are in, whether it's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 1.5, 0.5, you'll feel so much lighter. You really will feel so much lighter. I think one thing that isn't talked about enough is the positive side of disruption. I feel like I wouldn't have been able to get through quarter 4 if I wasn't able to look at disruption as a glass half full rather than a glass half empty type of perspective. I mean, in the sense that I would say that I've been I'm watering myself in all areas of my life, and I've definitely been making more of an effort to water myself spiritually. And one topic I've been like learning was disruption, and how like all links to how like faithful to the whole comfortability idea, and how like that you for what's actually destined for you. And remember, if you remember my first ever video, I said God cannot put a dream in your heart that you do not have the capability of achieving. Yeah. And a year later, I still stand 10 toes on that. And even more so, I really did way more than I did then. So I just wanted to put that out there. And yeah, I held on to my last job for 3 years because that's all I knew. And I was scared of the unknown. Fear of failure, it just links together. It's all interlinked. And I spent 22 years of my life invested into making everyone else but myself happy. And we're approaching 23 soon, and that is not my portion. You guys understand these two mentalities that I had, yeah? I lived them both at the same time. I went from like comfortable, scared to just whoop, like as deep end, never ending sea, like complete uncomfortability. But I'm so happy I did it. I can't express how much that I'm so happy that I did that. And I really hope that that pushes all of you guys, even if it's one person, if what I'm saying shifts your brain chemistry, I'm telling you, you just go all in. Like this is beyond, the dopamine rush when you get when it's the end of the year or 75 hard. Oh my God, like run it up. And then, the week expiry day. It's beyond this. This is something that whether you want to or not, you're going to be constantly thinking. If your life was a brand, what's one service or habit you'd officially retire because it no longer serves your mission? Are you holding on to a version of yourself that you've already outgrown just to make others happy? Here's to knowing when it's time to let go. To kickstart your rebrand and aid your self-reflection, I have actually created a new tool that you'll have access to every topic in our Heal Me Out series. The worksheet will have reflection questions and one prompt, and it'll also have a self-affirmation downloadable, completely free, editable, printable, whatever you want to do. You just fill that out. It's for your own pleasure. You can save it, look back at your answers maybe a year from today, or maybe in the next quarter, and see how much you've grown, for all for reflection purposes only. We also still have our personal growth planner on sale. So in our Heal Me Out store, you can sign up to our newsletter, which sends you a newsletter an hour after our videos premiere. So you don't want to miss that. Honestly, shout out to everybody that's been joining the community, that's been staying updated, that's been messaging me since I've been AWOL for the last 8 months. Where have you been? We need some content. We want to heal. Guys, I didn't realize the impact that we have, and we're still growing. We're just beginning. Like, there's just so much I have in store. I hope you guys have enjoyed the first episode of the year, and I hope your alarms are going off because it's time to let go. It was honestly a pleasure coming back to your screens. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and share this with somebody who needs to heal.